Camazotz was the Mayan god of bats, more specifically the vampire bats, and death. He was the central god of an ancient Mayan cult which may have owed its existence to giant vampire bats which are now extinct. In Mesoamerica, the bat was associated with night, death, and sacrifice. Camazotz is also credited as having created the werekin line of Werebats, who became emissaries of the bat god much like how the were-jaguars are to Tezcatlipoca. Camazotz is known for his immeasurable thirst for blood. Whether beast, mortal, or god matters not, only satisfying the unquenchable thrum in his veins for the boiling blood of another creature. But there is never enough. There will never be enough. So Camazotz, bat god, whose bestial form matches that of his nocturnal servants, lurks in the darkness, waiting only to feed. Appearance. Befitting his status as a god, Camazotz is a deific bat-like being. Moreover, as a shapeshifter, he can assume a variety of forms with each one having chiropteran qualities. Camazotz's being is a vibrant red with several Mayan markings across his chest, arms, and back. Whenever he moves he appears as a solidified mass of dark inky red liquid. History background. According to Mayan myth, the gods protected the Mayans, keeping all demons confined to the underworld. In return, the gods required an array of human sacrifices. When the people began to resist the gods' demands, the gods punished humans by releasing Camazotz, wiping out the human race in the first age of the sun. The gods then created a new race of Mayans that would be more obedient. Popol Vuh. Camazotz was encountered by the Maya hero twins Hunahpu and Xibalbay during their trials in the underworld of Xibalba. The twins had to spend the night in the House of Bats where they squeezed themselves into their own blowguns in order to defend themselves from the circling bats. Hunahpu stuck his head out of his blowgun to see if the sun had risen, and Camazotz immediately snatched off his head and carried it to the ball court to be hung up as the ball to be used by the gods in their next ball game. He appeared once again where he acts as a messenger from Xibalba who arrives to broker a deal between humanity and Lord Tohil, the patron god of the Quiche. Humanity has decided that it wants access to fire and it wants it bad. In the end, mankind promised their armpits and waists to the god in exchange for their wish. Humanity's trade-off is actually a reference to human sacrifice, during which the chest was opened from armpits to the waist. Personality. Camazotz is known for his deep hatred towards vampires for tarnishing the imagery of bats and their sacred names. He is only considered a vampire god due to pop culture, which is why he hunts them down for both his amusement and to rid them from his name. His hatred towards vampires is extensive to the point where he created the Werebats, humans afflicted by a curse from Camazotz into becoming monstrous bat-like creatures similar to werewolves, with the sole purpose of killing these vampires. However, his creation of the Werebat is also due to the fact that he does not suffer insolence from mortals, especially those who kill bats as if they were pests, for they are sacred to him. Power and abilities. Camazotz is a powerful god like any deity within the Mayan pantheon, though he is noticeably less powerful compared to his more well-known peers. Nonetheless, he was said to have destroyed the Mayan people when they refused to offer sacrifices to the Mayan gods, and it required a river of blood to sate Camazotz's bloodlusts during his rampage. As a Mayan god of death and the night, he brought death in his wake in the dead of night, which is why the Mayan people were so afraid to be out during the darkness of the world, as Camazotz lurked in said darkness awaiting for his next meal.